100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet pointed guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a disc. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your fifth grand.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe you let you play.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 20 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. That'll bring up second down.
Hey, let's get this.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. He's going to let this go deep for... This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Throwing again here, Wilson. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. Now they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Hey, gun.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On the ground, McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 57 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. 15, check by 15. Not today, you are. Not today.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Garoppolo toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And able to find Graham, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Here we go. 180! 59, like the 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 2nd down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try to field goal here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. With that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And an alley to run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Wilson. He'll find Lindsay here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here we go.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He gets it to Humphries. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He finds Humphreys. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Adam Humphreys, as the first half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
McCaffrey following the penalty. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, it's Pollard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
11. Push him back. Check. Crunch.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
12, here we go. 12, here we go.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Extra point try now for Walsh. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson, and he comes back with one complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Wilson will throw again. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Wilson. Too long, a coverage sack, down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
The Redskins send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, now Garoppolo. He uncorks it for Snead. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 37. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the 1st quarter, he said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Line of scrimmage moves from 137-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
12.
Play action. Garoppolo. It's complete to Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Willie Snead. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Walsh now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Completes it to Lee. Gets through and now an opening. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Wilson. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Wilson.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
57 Mike. Down to lose 1. Shoot!
On first down, Wilson. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7th. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Good side.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Check 50.
One last shot for Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.